This is
Ever since I was a young girl, I always used to pretend I was blind. I would close my eyes and walk around the house and try to find my way around. In fact, I would close my eyes and live my life more than using my eyes. For some reason, I had an obsession with blindness, and I lusted to be impaired. It's not that I hated myself, and it's not that I didn't feel I deserved to see. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just wanted to be within myself, within my own body, my own mind, and not have to see what the world has to offer. I love sounds, I love noises, but this obsession stopped me from feeling like I was normal. I know you're probably thinking that I'm not normal for obsessing to be blind. But let me tell you the story and what happened. Because ultimately, I did achieve my desire. You see, it was not just something that was a fleeting thought ever since I was a little girl. This is something that I did every single day until I was in my late 20s. I can remember sitting in the sun when I was 6 years old, the solar eclipse. My mother would always say to me, "Don't look at the sun. Don't stare at the sun. Be careful of the solar eclipse." And as soon as I knew that the sun was at its brightest, I would stare until my eyes would get blurry. There was just something so beautiful about not seeing but knowing. I can't explain it. And people started to tell me I was a little crazy because I even got myself a walking cane and thick black glasses, and I actually painted the inside of the glasses black. So when I was walking on the street, I wouldn't be able to see what was in front of me. It graduated, I guess you can say, from being 6 years old and in my house, walking around trying to find my way, to actually walking with a cane outside. I got a lot of attention from people and a lot of help. But that's not why I did it. Although it did show me the beauty of other people. So here I was, convinced that I was crazy. Doctor after doctor would say to me that I was nuts. And I went to a psychic one time, and the psychic said to me that most likely in one of my past lives, I was blind, and it was probably one of my happiest past lives. I liked that explanation. And I just felt like I needed this done. You know, so many people get Botox. So many people get fillers. They alter their bodies. They chop themselves up and cut themselves down. Gosh, in Korea right now, people are putting some type of extenders in their joints so they can be taller. What's the difference? I just did not enjoy seeing. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't feel very attractive, because I am attractive. I just wanted to be blind. So I finally got myself a compassionate psychologist, somebody that really understood. I was going to that same psychologist for many years. And the psychologist one day finally understood me, got deep within me, realized that I'm not crazy, realized that I just have that desire like a lot of other people do. The doctor said to me, "You realize that this is something, if you do it to yourself, you cannot remove it. It's permanent." And I said, yes, much like people that get breast enhancements or cut off their breasts. I said, what's so different than me and a transgender person? A man that goes and has his anatomy removed. A woman that goes and has her breasts removed. What is so different? Something like that exists in a lot of us. It could exist in you, but you just haven't gone forth to do anything about it. And so this psychologist, he agreed. He was very compassionate. And he laid me down. I gave him some drops that I prepared with bleach in it. And he dropped them into my eyes. Oh, did it ever burn? I can remember the bleach running down my cheeks, burning my skin. But you know what? I think at that moment, I had a moment of elation. I felt to myself that this was something that was going to change me. And I never had Botox. I've never had filler. I've never had any type of cosmetic surgery. But if you have and you're listening to this, it's probably the same way. You go under the knife and then all of a sudden you are scared. Maybe when you're getting your injections, the needles that you're poking into your face, and you know that you're going to be bruised and battered for a little while, but you know that the end results are going to please you. And that's the feeling that I had. And it didn't work right away. The next morning I woke up and I thought to myself, wow, when I open my eyes, I'm not going to see a thing. I'm only going to be able to taste, smell, hear, touch. I believe that it awakens the other senses so much more to be without one. But when I rolled over, I was disappointed because I could still see. My sight was a little bit blurry, but it's kind of like when you have sleep in your eyes. And it wasn't until about 6 months later that the process really sped up. And now I love my walking canes. I have quite a few of them, and I've been thinking that this is the real me. I don't regret it. A lot of people ask me, do I regret it? No, what is there to regret? I've been wearing black painted sunglasses all my life. And even in my own apartment, I know it more than I know it because I never opened my eyes when I was walking around my apartment. Sometimes my eyes, it's difficult, let's just face it. Your eyes open up automatically. But I would even walk around my apartment with black sunglasses on. And so now it's really no different. Now I just don't need the sunglasses. I know you probably think I'm crazy. You're probably thinking the psychologist is crazy and what happened to the psychologist? Because you're probably thinking that the person would have been fired. No, not at all. And it was either the psychologist helped me do that or I was going to take my own life. And I didn't really want to do that because life is what I do enjoy. I love going to the park and listening to the birds and hearing the water and the waves. I don't need to see it in order to appreciate it. You probably wouldn't believe it if I told you my quality of life has enhanced. And you're probably wondering other things like, how do I go online? How do I watch TV? Well, you don't really need to watch TV. You listen to it. And ever since I was a young girl, I taught myself how to read Braille. Braille is everywhere. Don't feel sorry for me. And that's my story. The obsession that I had has now turned to desire for more life. And it's great. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks from now, and I'm looking so forward to it. Even when I say the word looking forward to it, it makes me giggle because I'm not really looking forward to it. But what other word could I say instead of look? I'm excited about it. Remember, don't judge people. We are all different and we all have different desires. And I like to think that my past life, when I was blind, was one of my most happiest lives. And I've recreated that. And I'm happy. Thank you guys for joining Dark Side of Lust. You are awesome. You're so appreciated. Please take a moment to subscribe. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll get notified when I upload the next video. And remember, it's free to do so. And I would love for you to join me next time. Make sure you share and be careful out there.
This is